All right. Hi, guys. So I am going to be finishing this into a Kindle cover, and I thought that I would take you guys along for that. I just finished this piece a couple of days ago, and I'm super excited. But originally, I was going to turn it into a sleeve. I was just going to sew it into a sleeve. But then I saw some other people's versions, and I thought, hey, I can do that with mine. So that's what I'm going to do. So here's my Kindle. It's dirty. Don't mind the dirty. But I actually found a book, an old book. Nobody die of shock or anything like that. It's an old book from my childhood. Obviously has this markings and everything in it. I did go ahead and use an X-Acto knife and took out all of the insides of it. And I am going to keep this because I think that I could use this kind of stuff for making cards or scrapbooks or, anything kind of fun. The traveler's notebooks I do. So I did find a Kindle or a book that fit my Kindle, and it fits in there pretty good. So my hope is that I have a hard time reading with Kindles, but I'm hoping that by actually being able to hold a book, it'll help me read on a Kindle more. Please excuse the noise over there. The hubby and Ronnie are doing a project over there. Okay, so the first thing I did is went ahead and lined this with a heavy interfacing, mainly because I don't want the stitches to come undone, so this kind of glues them down. And I did pre-sew this on here because this is going to be the rest of the fabric that covers. I won't use all of this at all, but it should get this fantastic beast and this little niffler onto the back of the book. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to head and I am going to glue my cover onto the fabric. And for this, I am going to be using Mod Podge because it dries clear and it stays flexible. I am not going to put it on the top. I'm just going to put it on this part of the book and just stick my fabric on there and get it all glued into place. And then when I turn it over and in, I do have a heavier weight E6000 glue that I will be putting it in. Okay. So there's my son singing. Raymond. Okay, I didn't get a paintbrush out, so excuse the noise. I gotta get a paintbrush out. What you doing?
Doing my game.
Doing your game? No singing, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So these are books that I had as a kid. What kind of books did you guys use or really, really like as a kid? I'm pretty sure I had this entire set at one point in time, but between me and my kids, they've had a lot of use. I do think it's kind of fitting that the Kindle is going to be put in here and that's what I read on. So it'll kind of be nice. Mod Podge doesn't glue that or dry that fast, so I can come over here and just make sure it's on straight. And how I want it. Not quite. We gotta push it over a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Do I have something heavy? No, but that's okay. Okay, I am not I'm going to put a thin layer of glue right here, but I'm not going to put a whole lot because I want this still to be flexible. See, this book is been through so much use that even the spine right here is no longer sturdy. And I like that because the Kindle fits in there. So I'm going to take it kind of easy on the glue here. That way it can still be flexible and get everything all glued in. I'm going to have to learn how to speed stuff up so you don't have to sit here and watch all of this. Honey, do you know how to speed stuff up on videos?
No.
What are we going to do?
You're going to figure it out.
I have to ask my floss tube friends. I don't know that I've actually seen a floss tube that was speeded up. I know I've watched a lot of tutorials, and I bet somebody's done a tutorial out there on floss tube that has speeded stuff up. Okay, now that I've got that glued down, I am going to flip it over and make sure I have no creases, and I can smooth everything out.
Not straight down, it's got a kind of undercut to there, see that? The dovetail. See dovetail?
Okay, so we now have it attached. Okay, so I am gonna flip it. Oh, look, I've got bubbles. Hang on. Okay. Okay, so I don't want, like, because this is my intention, is to fold this down, but I don't necessarily want it coming in this far, so I am going to take off some of this fabric, and I'm going to have to use a different cutting board because this cutting board is just seen better days. What, honey? You have 5 more minutes of typing.
Okay.
Okay. Okie dokie. I'm pretty sure I got out my ruler. Didn't I get out my ruler, honey? Yeah, it's not hanging up anymore. What do I do with it?
Something on the other side.
This side?
Good one? Yeah. I saw it leaning over there somewhere.
Yeah. Here it is. Okay, so I'm thinking that 1.5 inches should be plenty of overhang. So I'm going to do 1.5 inches. Let's do 2 inches. Look, my head's going to be in the way for just a minute. I apologize.
This works out well. Tight in there.
Okay. Okay, 2 inches. And now I'm going to stop right here so I can use the other fabric for something else. Alrighty. Spin it around. Let's see. And do I have any cool stories, honey?
Yes.
I do? Which ones? Which?
Wait, what was the question?
Any cool stories that I can,
About what?
I don't know, fill dead space with?
Cool story about filling dead space.
Well, no, just so I can fill dead space because I feel a little awkward sitting here trying to talk through this process and I ain't got nothing to talk about.
Tell me your thoughts on Corona.
We're not going into Corona.
Or not going to Corona.
Nope. Not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Did I ever tell you the dad joke about Corona?
No, what's the dad joke about Corona?
I said it a while ago, but nobody got it. Everyone's got it now.
Aha, you're funny. Well, we are on what? This is the start of week 2 that we're self-quarantining. Yesterday I did go out for a hike. It was the first time I'd been out in a week and a half. Oh, so here's my favorite. I get people telling me all the time that I'm a homeschooler, so no big deal for me. Y'all, it's a huge deal, even for homeschoolers. We don't just sit at home and do nothing. We have gymnastics, we have the library days, we have a co-op that meets almost twice a week. And so this sucks just as much for homeschoolers. just so everybody knows. The kids are going a little crazy, not being able to go outside and play as much. So anywho, I don't know. I did get, if you've seen the new floss tube, which by the way I haven't recorded yet, it should be recorded soon. But you'll see that I did get a couple of mirrors, and I think I will deliberately not talk about this in this video or in the floss tube just because I'm talking about it here. So I started Snow Queen, and I'm turning Snow Queen into Elsa. Snow Queen was one of those patterns that I had like, I really think she's pretty, but I don't think I'd ever do her. I was pretty happy with just my Lady of the Flag as a mirror. I was like, nah, I don't need anything else. I'm good. And then Julie at Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World mentioned that if you turned her platinum blonde, she'd be Elsa. So now I have Lady of the Flag. Okay, I did just put glue here, and I did do it a little heavier because I do want it to seep through the fabric so it can get a better grip. And I'm going to do this all the way around. I am going to come in here and miter these corners so it folds in better. So that's what I will be doing while we talk about mirrors. So I've got the mirrors, and then I thought, you know, it'd be beautiful. I'm doing all my kids an heirloom piece. Snow Queen would be a perfect one for my daughter. And so that was my intention. And then I noticed that Mirabilia, because I'm a part of some of the conversion groups for mirrors, and I noticed that one person had gotten a, what I think she's called the Frog Princess or something. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that. But she's holding a frog, and the frog's got a crown. And they had altered the dress to a different color. And I was like, hey, I could alter her into Tiana. How freaking cool would that be? So I thought about it for a while. I never took action or anything like that. But then Christian at Married with Stitches was doing her as well, and he has converting her to a Princess and the Frog. So then I started thinking, what other mirrors could I convert to princesses? And so I decided that I wanted to do Ariel because as I was a little girl growing up, I mean, I'm pretty sure my mom watched that movie like twice a day because it was my favorite. So I started looking for Ariel, and I thought, well, I could do a mermaid, but I really didn't find a mermaid that I really thought was cool. So, but I did come across, I think her name is Andromeda. She's the one sitting on a rock, like with fabric wrapped around her. I don't even think it doesn't even really look like a dress. It looks like fabric wrapped around her. And I thought this will be perfect for Ariel. So I got both of them. I have both of them. I will not start them until Snow Queen is done. But I have them, and that's my idea. And so I thought that I got a bunch of fabric from Walmart of Frozen 2. How did I lose my paintbrush? There it is, hiding under stuff. That I got because they were on clearance, and I thought they were cool, and I was like, maybe I'll make a little quilt. But, you know, quilters have a lot of quilts, and especially a lot of small ones. I don't have a whole lot of bigger ones, and the fabric I bought is definitely not big enough to make anything even close to a twin. So I was thinking that I could make a project bag, like a bigger one, because like mirrors take a lot of stuff, and my mirrors are on skull frames. And so here, move this back into frame. So I want to make a bag with this frozen fabric that will hold my full, and I think my scroll frame is like 24 inches, something around there, that will hold the scroll frame, a large box of floss, and anything else I may need. Oh, I'm going to make a bionic gear bag with the princesses, and I want that all to fit into this bag, and I'm going to do it frozen themed, and then it'll just be my Mirabilia princess bag. So I will be making that soon. When I feel like getting out my big sewing machine and doing that, I will be doing that, so she has somewhere to go. So I think that's pretty cool. If you have other mirrors that you're like, hey, this would make a cool princess, let me know, because I might just pick that up too and convert it to a different princess. And I did watch the new Autumn Lane Stitchery, and she takes her mirrors and gives them, she called them, what did she call them? Like hoe faces with the big lips. I didn't think they looked like that. I think they just look pretty. Do you need something, honey? Shh, trying to sneak in. I thought they looked absolutely gorgeous. So I may try and alter their faces a little bit. Because Mira tends to have really understated faces, in my opinion. Absolutely my opinion. And so it would be really cool to give them, you know, maybe some lip color and some bigger eyelashes and things like that. So I'm going to think about doing that. She's currently doing Lady of the Flag too. I think she's got the whole top half done. And she gave Lady of the Flag big lips, and it was beautiful. And by the way, they have some awesome patterns. I'm totally like in love with their Halloween patterns. I may have to get some soon, but I really want to, I'm pretty good on my budget from Stitch from Stash. I am doing Stitch from Stash this year, and I actually have quite a large budget, but that's only because I told my husband that I wanted to kit up Lady of the Flag for Valentine's Day, so technically it would be a gift, so I didn't have to subtract it from my budget. I didn't get all the beads or anything like that, but I do have all the floss. Okay, look how cool this looks, guys. Look at this. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. There it is. Oh, look. We got a little stray hair. So how cool is this? I'm thinking this is going to be awesome. Okay, so for my next step, I am going to take my favorite hoarding trash. These are cereal boxes, and I use them all the time for stuff. They just work fantastic. So for this side, because I need to make straps to hold the Kindle in, I would like to put something like this in it and then cover it with this Gryffindor printed paper. Now I know that Newt is not a Gryffindor, but I am, and it's my case. So that's what I am going to do next. I guess I should measure the inside here and decide how big I want my piece of thing. Huh. Okay. Looks like 14 and a quarter inches by 17 and 3/4. Okay, so let's do this. Woo! I'm a mess. Okay, 14 and a quarter. Okay, so market releases, guys. Market releases. What did you guys buy? The only one I got was from Tiny Modernist. I pre-ordered the Unicorn Tapestry. And I sat on this for a while because I'm trying not to buy a whole lot. I'm trying to grow my Stitch from Stash money because y'all, the beads and jewels on Snow Queen are no joke, and it's kind of pricey. So I've been trying to save up for those. But I kept on like, man, I really like Unicorn Tapestry, but it doesn't go with any of my decor at all. Like, it's not something I would hang up, or I don't think I would, tastes change. And so I debated, but then it's like, I was thinking about this weeks later, and I should probably just bite the bullet and get it done. Do y'all remember those measurements? Because I don't at all. Phew. Yeah, I should be able to just take it off right there. Okay. So I did order the unicorn tapestry from, I think it was Sassy Jack's. So hopefully that'll be here soon. I don't know that I will start it anytime soon. I don't know. I mean, I really, really like it, and it's pretty. And so maybe I will just bite the bullet and stitch it. But how should I finish it? And like I said, it's not something that I would necessarily want hanging in my house. I might, my daughter will love it. So maybe I just make it for my daughter 10 1/4 in length. So I could just make it for my daughter.
Mommy,
What, honey?
can I have something to eat?
Did you eat all your pickled eggs?
Mhm.
Do you want another pickled egg?
No, I want something else.
Okay, do you want some crackers? Okay, go look for some crackers. Okay, what were we talking about? Tapestry. Now my daughter will love it, and I may do that. I may just give it to my daughter and put it in her room because she absolutely adores it. The other thing I was thinking about is actually allowing my daughter to stitch it. But I don't know. I don't know. So that's what I got. I didn't get a whole lot. It's my first time actually purchasing, I guess, from market, at market, or pre-order or whatever. Look, I'm a mess. So hopefully that'll come in soon. And that'll be good. Also, because I've been stuck at home for forever, I did sign up for a 1-month subscription to try out Crate. It's a book subscription box for YA books. And so I did sign up for that.
Mom,
What, honey?
I cannot find crackers.
There should be cookies at the very top of the pantry.
How about Scooby Snacks?
You can use Scooby Snacks. I want you to put a handful of them in a bowl, and that's what you can have, okay? I don't care, honey. Sorry, kids are hungry. This is gonna be a totally informal video, guys. Informal. I hope that's okay with y'all. But so yeah, that's what I got for market. I'm terribly curious to see what kind of stuff everybody got and what they're gonna be doing and the new starts and all that jazz. I have a lot of big projects going, it seems like a lot. And I really want to work on them and get them done. I do have my Simply Meant to Be and my Giant Harry Potter going, and they're part of my scavenger hunt for Cheryl's group. And I currently do have those going, and those are going really good. I'm hoping that I can get Harry Potter done. But Harry Potter's kind of making me mad. I had to tear out a couple of times, and it's completely irritating. Just absolutely irritating. Give me just a second. I'm looking for my roly tape, and it doesn't look like I can have any close, so I'm just going to use regular glue. What, honey? Yeah, you're done.
Okay. My ears hot because I got earplugs. Thanks.
Oh. Okay. Why don't you go outside and play for a little bit before it gets too windy? It's going to be a windy day today. What do you mean, how?
It's going to be a windy day.
It just happens?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Ronald?
Have you seen a little gray toolbox?
No, I have not seen a little gray toolbox.
Mommy,
What, Hattie?
the knife have Ruby sex?
Yes, of course you can have Scooby snacks. Now I've done forgot what I was telling people. I think we were talking about Market. Oh no, Owl Crate. So I got a 1-month subscription of the Owl Crate coming next month. I think I will do an unboxing of that. I do watch a lot of booktubers, and I think her name is Chelsea, and I think it's Chelsea Palmer, and I think that is her channel, and she has like a ton of goats, and so you'll get to see her goats and stuff like that. But she always does book box subscriptions, and I've always wanted a book box, but it seemed like I just either the months that like I'd watch for months to see if it would be something I would be interested in, but it just never seemed to be like what I thought was worth $50 a month, because most of these book boxes are like $40 and then plus shipping. And I just didn't feel like it was worth my money. But then she showed an Owl Crate, and she said she's had it for the last 5 years. 5 years. And that it's the one that she thinks is the most worth for your money and stuff. And so she did do an unboxing, and I was like, okay, well, let's go see what the price is. I don't think this is worth $50 either, but let's go see what the price is. And the price was, I think it's like $35 for the box and then shipping. So it was like right at $40 for me. And what she got in the boxes seemed good to me. It was like, yeah, I would like that. And I do read a lot of YA books. So I knew I didn't want an adult box. I needed a YA box because my adult books it has to be a particular type of adult book. I do prefer YA. I may have to find my tape for this one. I'll hold that down. So I'm super excited about doing that. I do think I will do an unboxing on the channel. Just because I know a lot of people read. Some people like it, some people don't, but it's something I do. So I will add it there. I gotta find my tape, people. What did I do with my tape? Let's look in this drawer. Sorry for all the rustle, guys. The glue's just not cutting it. Look, here's some big tape. We'll make it work. Because nobody's gonna see it anyway. So we can use big tape. I normally have a tape roller for my paper projects, and I have another paper project I want to do right after this. I want to make another traveler's journal, but if I can't find my tape roller, I'm not going to be able to do that. Yeah, I'm not the most neat finisher, but it always looks pretty on the side that you want it to be pretty, so that doesn't bother me. Sorry, loud noises. And remember, this is all going to get E6000 in, so the tape is almost like a temporary holding, and I was kind of hoping the Elmer's glue would do that, because this is all going to get E6000 into the actual case. And I actually went out to the store to get E6000, and I'm like, I have tape at home. I've got my little rolly tape, you know, the double side sticky. Oh, look at that. Where it rolls and it lays tape down. That's what I have. And I have like 3 of them, but they're nowhere to be found. There's one more place I could look. I don't think it's there, but it could be. So to all those people who can sit here and talk through these videos, I give you praise, because I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm just yammering on at this point. Okay, so see, it looks good from this side, and that's what matters. And yes, I know that it's going to be going horizontal, but the Kindle will be covering most all of it anyways. Oh, let's put that into frame. Whee! So into frame. So now I want to, this is going to go here. And I'm thinking that I want to use this lace, leather lace. Is that what it is, honey?
Yep, shoelace.
Okay.
Shoelace.
Did we decide we were going to use this with the elastic underneath or just this?
I think we're gonna do just this, and we're gonna make it just a little bit tight, a little room to stretch.
Okay, you want to help me with this part? He's the leather dude, not me. So I've already got this piece covered. And so I need it to wrap around.
You're out of frame.
Oh, I wonder how much of this video is going to be out of frame. So, like, how tight do we want it?
Well, as they say.
Daniel!
Probably about like that or so.
Oh, that or so. How am I going to secure it without it bumping up? I need to cover this whole back piece too.
I don't know.
Leather, not a good idea.
If you don't want it to bump up, no.
Okay, well then,
We could skive it, but you might lose some of the strength. It might still be strong enough, though. It is just a Kindle. It's not like it's holding down.
so why don't we put these in first and then figure out how to put the leather in?
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Mhm.
And I'm thinking that the elastic should be just flush with the board because it's elastic.
Because it's elastic.
Okay, I'm probably completely out of frame. Oh, look, my brother's here. All right, pause. I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I didn't record a bunch of it, unfortunately, but I did go ahead and take some of my cross-stitch fabric and place it into here. I did go ahead and attach both my pieces. I did distress. I wanted it to look a little more dirty. This side and this side's got a little bit of it. It also helps the edges so they don't, I mean, it is paper, so they don't come undone. I do have this one. This one's got some clamps because I had some hot glue in there. Now, I did do a combination of E6000 and hot glue. Here, let me lift you guys up a little bit here. There we go. Sorry. Don't mean to make you sick. That way it would stick fast and the E6000 will set up hard. And so this will not come out. I do have my elastic bands here to put it in. I am going to put books on top of this and let it dry. But I did want to show you guys what else I was going to do. I'll come back when I'm getting ready. But for my closure, I am going to have some elastic come over to the side. And I'm going to build this up with a button underneath him. And that way the elastic will come over that way. So this is what I have so far. The Kindle does fit in here. So now is a matter of letting it dry completely and putting in any kind of decor that I might want. So I am going to stick this burlap flower here in the center. And I will come back when things are dry and I'm ready to show you the final product. All right, bye. Hey guys, so I just realized that I haven't filmed the last video for this yet, showing you everything I did. Okay, so when I last talked to you guys, I was going to put some buttons here, but it came to my realization pretty quickly that unless I wanted to drill through and attach it with screws, it was not going to work. So instead, I decided, oh look, yarn. I'm also working on that quilt. To go ahead and tie in this leather strap, which I love. I love this so much better So let's get this open. Sorry I'm doing this one-handed. It's kind of a, oops, I forgot to do the video impromptu here. Woohoo. Okay, so you get it undone. And I still have this pretty stuff here. This one's kind of getting a little chingered, but that's okay. But it works really well. I did end up having to put this leather band in to keep it from sliding, but now it'll stand. Oops, hang on, it's slipping. It'll stand and it sits on my bed and I can read, and it completely does fold back. So I can read like this if I wanted to. So yeah, this is how I finished it. Sorry, this is a mess, but I hope you like it. Let me know if you have any questions. I will try to help you the best I can. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll try. But yes, I just love this. I'm so glad it's done, and it turned out way better than I anticipated. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.